Your pension will not be enough. 64% of people are more afraid of running out of money in retirement than they are of actually dying. Retirement as you know it is dead. If you're over 40, there's something you already have that's worth more than your pension or your 401k. Nobody's telling you. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you what it is and how to turn it into income so you don't run out of money 10 years before you die. You see, there's a shift happening right now that makes this more urgent than it's ever been. And I'll come back to that in a moment. But let me ask you something. What were you told when you first started your job? Save into your pension, work hard for 40 years, retire at 65, enjoy those golden years. That was the deal, wasn't it? That was the promise. But most of us, we never questioned it. Well, I was 2 years into the police when I said something out loud that changed everything for me. I was talking to a colleague and I said, only 28 years until I get that retirement package and then I can finally live my life. And as the words came out of my mouth, I heard what I actually said. I was 26 years old then, wishing away the next 28 years of my life, waiting to be 54 to start living. But here's the thing that really stopped me. You see, police officers die in their droves in their 60s. I'd watched it happen. People I knew, they'd given everything to the job, retired and had nothing left. No purpose, no energy, no time. No way was I going to wait to retire and then just die. And there's a reason I'm telling you this, because the retirement model wasn't just broken for me and the police. It's broken for everyone. You see, when it was designed, the average person that lived to 68 years old. So you only needed 3 years of savings. 3. And now the average age is 87. That's over 20 years your pension was never built to cover. So you've done everything right. You've saved, you've been responsible, but the math still don't work. That's not a personal failure. That's a broken system. So what's the alternative? It's not to hustle harder. It's not to work until you drop. It's something much simpler, and it's something that you've already got. But before I show you what it is, you need to understand why it's worth more than you actually think right now. Now, if you're sat here thinking, oh my God, Stephen, this is me, drop the word asset in the comments. I've built a free AI tool that helps you find out what you're actually sitting on. I'll come back to that in a moment. So, if the pension model is broken, what is the alternative? Well, here's where it gets really interesting. Because if you're over 40, you're sitting on something that the entire internet is trying to replace and failing miserably. You see, right now, as a 22-year-old content creator out there in your industry, they've read a book, they've watched a YouTube video, maybe even done a course, and they're teaching people what you've lived for 20 years. See, they can give information, but they can't give context. They can tell someone what to do, but they can't tell them what not to do. See, that's the difference. Because you've spent 15, 20, 25 years in any career, you haven't just been collecting knowledge. You've built 3 things that no course, no AI, and no 22-year-old self-proclaimed guru can replicate. The first is emotional intelligence. You've sat across from people in difficult moments. You've managed conflict. You've read the rooms. And you know how people actually behave, not how textbooks say they should. The second is pattern recognition. You've seen what works and what doesn't, not once, but hundreds and hundreds of times. You can look at a situation and know the outcome before it plays out. That's not information, that's judgment. And then the third, well, it's your trust network. You spent decades building relationships with people who actually know you, respect you, and will pick up the phone if you call. Those 3 things knitted together are what I call experience arbitrage. And here is why it matters so much. Information is everywhere. It's free. Anyone can Google it, punch a question into ChatGPT, but experience, real lived hard-won experience, is the one thing that's actually scarce. So if you're over 40, you've got more of it than you realize. So comment asset down below, 10 minutes free. I'll show you exactly what your experience arbitrage is. You've got emotional intelligence, pattern recognition, and a trust network. That's your experience arbitrage. But here's the problem. Most people over 40 who try to build something online take all of that experience and do the worst possible thing with it. They build a course. They spend 6 months locked away creating something that nobody has asked for. Filming videos in their spare room, designing slides, writing modules, trying to get it perfect before anyone actually sees it. And then they launch it. And then nothing happens, just tumbleweed. Because they built it in isolation. They guessed what people wanted instead of asking. And by the time it was finished, they're exhausted, broke, and wondering what went wrong. I know because I've had this conversation hundreds and hundreds of times. It's the same story every single time. So let me show you what actually works and simpler than you think. There are 3 levels to turning your experience into income, and most people get the order completely wrong. You start by simply helping people one-to-one, not because it scales, because it actually doesn't, because it's where you learn what people actually need. You get on a call, you listen, you solve the problem, and they pay you for it. That's it. That's your first income. And here's what happened next. The same problems start showing up time after time after time. The same questions, the same sticking points, the same patterns. And it's gold because those patterns become your content, your YouTube videos, your Facebook posts, your LinkedIn articles. It's exactly what happened to me. I started coaching people one-to-one and I kept hearing the same thing over and over again. I know I've got something to offer, Stephen, but I just can't get on camera. I'm not confident enough. I freeze when the little red light comes on. Is that you? Let me know in the comments. So all I did was I turned those pains into YouTube videos, and one of them took off. And the solution to that problem became the mini course, Courage Before Confidence. It's a short 30-day transformation so people could make videos and get ready for YouTube without needing me in the room. Now, if that's where you are, you can get access to Courage Before Confidence and be confident on camera in 30 days or less. There's a link in the description below for you. You see, I didn't guess what to build. My clients told me. And here's the maths. That video still has less than 10,000 views, okay? So it's not viral. Nobody's sharing it on social media. But for over a year, it was bringing me 3 to 4 sales a day at $99 each. That's $10,000 months from a short transformation that came from simply listening to people. You see, you don't need millions of views. You need the right offer solving a real problem. So once your content is attracting people and your mini course is doing the heavy lifting, something else shifts. People just don't want the training. They want to be in the room. They want to be surrounded by others on the same journey with you guiding it. That, my friends, is a community. You see, you don't need thousands. You need 100 people who trust you enough to show up. And I've done this twice. The Heartbrand Creator Circle has over 100 members, and it teaches people to dip their toe in the water in the online business and start getting comfortable with camera and making videos. Then there's the Heartbrand Blueprint, which goes from 0 to business builder and it has over 100 members in it. I used the same process both times. The patterns from the one-to-one calls built the content. The content attracted the community, and the community feeds itself. Now, while I'm here, if you want to build your community, I use a platform called Community, and we've actually partnered with them. And you can get the same awesome lifetime deal that I got to run my community through. It blows all these other bro marketing platforms out of the water. And guess what? You can build as many communities as you like, free and paid. There's a link in the description below. So when we move up a level, level 3, let me share what changes. As your community and your content grow, your time unfortunately shrinks. You see, you can't do 50 one-to-one calls anymore. So your one-to-one work becomes premium, higher touch, higher value, but lower volume. The kind of conversation where one session changes someone's entire direction and they pay accordingly. You're not working more, you're working deeper with fewer people at a higher level. Now, if you want to find out your starting point, drop asset in the comments below and the tool will do all the work for you. So like I said, one-to-one first, Content from the patterns, community from the content, premium from the demand. That's the real order. But here's the thing that I haven't told you yet. And it's the reason I said that 2026 changes everything. And I did promise I'd come back to this, didn't I? You see, this is the part that makes everything I've just shown you more urgent than it's ever been. You see, there has been a shift. There is something shifting in 2026. And most people over 40 haven't actually noticed it yet. Now, 2 years ago, if you wanted to learn how to do something, fix a boiler, write a business plan, train a dog, you'd search on YouTube or Google and find someone teaching it. That person had value because they had the information. But now, you type that same question into ChatGPT, you get the answer in 4 seconds. No video, no course, no human required. AI has made information free, completely free, instantly, endlessly free. And that means that every single person who built their business on selling information, the course creators, the ebook writers, the I'll teach you what I know crowd, their model is dying right now in real time. So if the only thing you're offering is what you know, you're competing with a machine that knows more, works faster, and never sleeps. That should actually terrify you if your plan is to build a course and sell information. But if you're over 40, it should really, really excite you. Because here's what AI can't do. It can't sit across from someone and feel what they're not saying. That's your emotional intelligence. It can't look at a situation and say, I've seen this play out before. Don't go that way. That's your pattern recognition. And it cannot pick up the phone and call someone who it trusts. That is your network. See, the AI might have made information worthless. And in doing so, it's made experience, your experience, the most valuable thing in the market. The 22-year-old selling information is in trouble. The over 40 selling transformation from lived experience, well, you've never been more valuable than you are right now. That's the 2026 shift. And that's why I said retirement is dead. Because you don't need to stop. You don't need to save for 40 years and hope that the maths works out. You don't need to wait till you're 65 to start living. You can take what you already have right now, today, and build something from it. Something that pays you, something that gives you purpose, something that means you will never run out of money 10 years before you die. Now, here's what I want you to do. If you've watched this far, you're obviously serious about this. The Heart Brand Blueprint has just reopened. 100 days with me, working with you personally until your business is generating income. Not theory, not templates, real work, real results. And if your business isn't live in the 100 days, we keep working together until it is. For as long as you want, because my promise is not letting you fail. There's a link in the description if you would like to take a look. Now, you've seen why the traditional retirement path is broken and how your experience is actually your most valuable asset. There's one belief that's probably still holding you back, and that idea is that you need a big audience before any of this can work. Well, watch this video next, where I show you why that's completely wrong and how just 100 people can build you a real income generating business starting from where you are right now.